person in the world to have attended every TI as a player?
It's true. VG Gaming, they certainly that same kind of accomplishments behind them. Some of them pretty young players. Ori definitely being the oldest.
Look out for falling rocks!
Arrow sliding in, almost caught TY there first. We see our matchups here. Mirana, Slardar versus Elder Titan Spectre. They're going to be able to pressure the hell out of Poyo-Yo. He's going to have a hard time with this lane. It's why they picked up this Slardar towards the end of the draft. They knew they were going to be able to crush the Spectre. So that's going to be a hard lane. You already talked about how this mid lane matchup is going to be very difficult for Nisha. So we'll have to see how he performs. So what is the bottom lane matchup? We've got Silencer up against Dark Willow Earthshaker. I feel like this one's not too bad for Secret. I think they could win both their side lanes.
Yeah, and it's interesting, you know, Puppy, I see almost all 5 support silencers never skilling their W, which seems weird on paper because you only get stolen intelligence. Like, I see people spamming the +2, but with these silencers going, you know, 302, they don't actually get the +2, which means that they actually give a -2 to themselves. Puppy, being a +10 TI player, skills at level 1, because if you get the kill, I think that intelligence is worth it, right? It's 100 gold worth of in that you also take from your opponent.
I would also say that getting your W is much better for trading.
Yes.
Which is what you have a huge advantage over Dark Willow because you are longer range than him. And if you hit harder because you have your glaives, then you're just going to win that matchup straight up. So if he just plays on the far left-hand side and battles against PYW, they're going to feel pretty good about this lane.
Definitely. It makes a lot of sense because you're also stealing the damage attack, so.
Nice grab there from PYW, popping the Shadow Realm to get the long-range hit and pull the creep wave off of the hard camp that it was aggroing.
Check out mid, by the way. It's as expected. The Necrophos 12-7,
right?
and the Ember Spirit taking heavy harass and hero. The other benefit and why this hero is so strong, you can already see what he's done. He's gonna be. You don't need bottle on mid Necro, so he just bought double null, and now he's incredibly strong.
Nisha just keeps on pulling the creep wave into him, knowing how defensive he kind of has to play in this sort of setup. N0 for him. Yapzor and Zai, they've been pressuring Poyo-Yo. DY did manage to get an easy camp stack, which is really good for Elder Titan, and it's also why Secret here are going to kill the stack, so there's no longer that pull. Also, no longer the extra units for the Spirit to play off.
Puppy. A lot of don't want to pull a full wave to these camps.
The patented Puppy half pull, baby. I studied this and I was like, Puppy's onto something here. And I was telling Jenkins about this like a year ago. I'm saying this is broken.
Yeah, because if you pull the whole wave, then you just kill it off and then end up double waving. Whereas if you pull a half, you get the denies. Nice.
Radiant's courier.
MATUMBAMAN could have prioritized doing damage. Instead, he prioritized saving his captain. Very sweet.
And Matumba changing up the build. Previous game, max tree grab, no soul ring. This game, soul ring, looks like he's going to max stun. So playing a bit more offensive, possibly just to get his 5 support stacks. Or
Oh, the toss doesn't actually land on Old 11. They certainly would have gotten that kill otherwise. PYW is going to pop the Shadow Realm here. Both of them limping away on a sliver of HP. A tree toss, a hit here on PYW into the tree toss can get the first blood. They get it. The offensive choice of the Avalanche being leveled up works out.
Yep, and now we get to see Twitch chat. Is it a +2 or a -2? It's always a +2 for me, but I'm a positive.
No,
person.
it's always a -2. Twitch chat.
It's a +2.
Maybe on yours. Not on this. Not an official pro game.
Depends on the players involved.
I don't believe that for a second. I believe that it is always -2 in pro games.
Yeah. Either way, I'm always surprised when I see just because of the lack of in. these
Yeah.
streaks and lasting benefit.
Then again, like one of the biggest upsides to Silencer as a lane support is the harassment you're able to do with glaives, combined with the fact that you can also orb block and things like that. You can be able to harass underneath tower without drawing tower aggro. There's like so many things you can do by being able to get.
Level 6 on Ori, who, like I said, it's just, I actually think Nisha's doing quite well. Nice stun up top.
Not enough to kill Poyo-Yo, but certainly enough to like keep him out of lane. Like, okay, you can't do anything until you get us out.
And I dig this from Zai. We've seen JT do it. I think a lot of offlaners are going to consider this because don't want, like, Helm of the Dominator is so good, I think primarily because of the build-up. Helm of Iron Will is a busted item to then continue. One who carries always appealing, but their support is bringing them regen. Offlaners don't always have that luxury. So you get this Helm, and suddenly you're strong enough to self-sustain, but if it builds into nothing, then it feels a little weird.
Radiant's
However,
middle
strength
tower is
offlaners, they
under
love
attack.
armlet, especially a hero like Slardar, who actually is a beast when he auto-attacks from the side.
Yeah, combined with the fact that side lanes are very important in this meta, and having an offlaner that scales is super good. Old 11 barely survives through all of that when MATUMBAMAN couldn't actually throw out the tree there.
Now, so the interesting thing, going back to the Necrophos, he did what, like, I always found myself doing, go for the hood. It's just kind of like this quality of life item gives you, but it means that he won't be able to scale super hard. But he's gonna play this game in a way that theoretically he just never wants to die. JT.
Oh, he's out of remnants. Just straight up Reaper.
Wow.
Did they have vision here?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, you have to kill the warrior.
Oh, okay.
But what's weird is, I thought Nisha saw him with his own ward.
Dire's
And
bottom
just
tower is under attack.
Yeah, just didn't move fast enough. Elder Titan's on the other side. All of a sudden, you get clapped, and big kill.
Yeah.
Add in the extra death timer in there as well. Nisha not going to be very happy. You can see him all the way there at the bottom of the course. And again, you know, like you said, you thought he actually did pretty well. I believe that. It's just we're trying to emphasize how bad this matchup is.
Yes, and they also made it extra annoying. They gave Ori a ward, so we blocked the east camp a little while ago. Yapso just cleaned that up for him. And they warded offensively. So they kind of corralled him into the triangle and then had a ward place to just walk over inside and him out. So just a really nice job. And I want to stress, this is unplayable. Like, Ember, your level 1 shield gets nuked off, and you can't actually harass Necro, and he doesn't have to buy bottle. So he just gets 2 nulls and suddenly has more damage, spell amp. It's just so impossible.
Radiant's middle
So,
tower
Secret.
is under attack.
They may be happy with their side lanes, but Nisha's not going to be too excited about how his game is going so far. But it does look like Vici Gaming are the first to break in this laning phase. They're going to try. Poyo-Yo jumps over. Where did he go to? He comes back to Zai's arms because he had nowhere else to go. He was going to feed a kill either bottom, or he's going to feed it to the Ember Spirit. And he certainly doesn't want to give Nisha some sort of comeback.
Yeah. That was all Zai, though.
Radiant's middle
Has the
tower
armlet,
is
1,000
under
gold
attack.
advantage, and he just straight up tower dove to find that kill.
Like, where do you put a Spectre when you can no longer lane like this, right? This early on?
It's super important because the one downside of Slaughter is that if you don't have a good lane, you just don't have a game.
Yep.
You do have a great lane like Zai has. Like,
Radiant's
suddenly
middle
people are
tower
questioning, like,
is under
why
attack.
doesn't anyone pick this? Right?
Right.
You know, Armlet, Blink, Echo, BKB, you're gonna be solo killing people.
A little bit of pressure here from Vici Gaming. PYW actually rotates down to bottom lane here, but Old 11 is low enough he can't really help out anyway. Once again, it's looking like Vici Gaming is going to be playing a pretty passive game because of this Necrophos pickup, this last pick. Like, the first 3 heroes, I thought, okay, they're going to be pretty active.
Dire's
MATUMBAMAN
bottom
finds the
tower
kill
is
on
under
Old
attack.
11. as it looks like he just caught him with the Avalanche while he was still low. Old 11. Just a little bit, you know, I said, it's like, I think he's just been solid. I haven't seen a bad game yet. But now, dying a little bit too much here. That Reaper Sight certainly isn't going to do enough there, Ori.
Is under attack.
Completely wrong. It's estimation of damage.
Oh yeah, it's maxed out flame. Win the lane, but this is the thing about Necro. You get this huge lead. This is kind of a given. It's where you're supposed to be, but you have to stay ahead. At a certain point, Ember becomes very frustrating to deal with. You have no actual control. That's the thing about Necropos and why it's not totally meta, because all you are is damage and survivability. There's no tower pressure. You don't take Roche. You don't have stun.
Yeah, and it means they can't be very active right now. Like, they can't change how their side lanes are going because Necrophos isn't going to be like, it's not like a puck or something that's going to rotate in. Hey, let me help out your lane. Let's get a kill. You know, he's just going to sit there and be like, I'm winning mid, and I'm going to keep winning mid. Poyo goes like, great for you. I'm jungling right now. It doesn't feel good.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
It also means they lost their tower pretty early. So Zai is going to go from an armlet to a very fast, what I thought was going to be dead, rushing the BKB.
Okay, I like this because you actually need a BKB to play Dota.
Sure.
You know,
The rune of haste.
brambles, spirits, like it's just such an annoying game that BKB makes you just straight up indestructible.
He also doesn't have to start fights, right? Because they've got Ember, Slight Chains into Arrow, right? That's a super sick combination. Tiny can eventually start fights for you, or even toss in the Slardar to be able to get that initiation. So it's not like they're missing out on initiation. So if you have it already from somewhere else, might as well just keep on scaling up.
Yep. No, totally agree.
Dire are scanning.
PYW, they know he's here. I'm not sure if that's... I feel like they wanted to smoke and catch something else, but it's a kill, so they're gonna grab it. Tiny toss combination to Arrow. Yeah.
I really want to credit Nisha.
Radiant's bottom tower
One death
is
was
under
really
attack.
out of his control, and the fact that he kept up.
Yeah. The exact opposite, by the way, of how we're describing Zai Slardar game and his item choice. It's the exact opposite for Old 11. There's nothing going on, and they don't have initiation. He has to rush an item that allows you to be able to start fights. He has to be able to make some action happen, and he rushes that Blink Dagger, and he is yet to find a good opening. Just
That's a really quick one too. But yeah, you make a good point. Like, where is that opening?
Radiant's
And
bottom
who
tower
does he
has
go
fallen.
for it? No, Matumbaman incredibly. Emperor Spirit's near impossible to
Without the
catch,
fallen rock.
and Zai is playing under like towards. Look how tanky Zai. Like, I don't want to go for him.
yeah. It just means that if VG Gaming don't manage to make something happen with this Blink Dagger, something really good, maybe multiple times, then in 5-10 minutes time, we're just going to be looking at the comparison of Old 11 and Zai Slardar and being like, okay, they both start fights, but one of them is a hell of a lot stronger than the other.
Dire's top
I
tower
feel like
is under attack.
It's like one of the most watching IG, and I think that other teams have caught on to some stuff they do well. Notably, it's JT. We talked about this in the previous cast. He always gets that +1 item.
Yeah,
always the initiating tool. Whether it's Armlet, it's a Meteor Hammer, sometimes a Vanguard. And I really think it's value because you need all 3 cores to stay in the game.
Well, he talked about who can you kill? Who can you kill? Well, I mean, he certainly can kill the 5 position Puppy, and they're going to use that small window to hit the mid tower. But again, it's only the 5 position, so Secret are more than willing to fight back right now.
Dire's top tower
Another
is under
perk.
attack.
Have Mirana, right, for the in.
Yeah, that is a good point. Also, a nice bit of synergy where if you just corrosive haze
Dire's
people,
middle tower is under
Aisha
attack.
is able to both keep vision of them and do lots of damage with this light. Running in, trying to steal away the bounty rune, but Ori does have a dual scepter. Aisha daring him to be Reaper Sight, yeah.
I don't know, man. He got fissured.
Yeah. Or the spirit came out as a Reaper side. He only has 1 level of the passive right now. He went higher levels of Stomp, so. Level of Natural Org. Look out, DY! Dodges the arrow, but the Avalanche not going to be as easy to dodge. Oh, the toss
no.
But MATUMBAMAN just tosses Yapzor in and says, goodbye! Have a good trip. Fly safe. Literally tossed into a fish. Oh!
Very chill. Another very relaxed game.
Yeah.
You know, all the deaths make sense, right? Like nobody's just like fed away their life. What?
Maybe old 11 a little bit.
Oh, okay. There was one, but that old 11 always gets one. But it's just a very like methodical game, and I think part of it is why these two teams are so good,
Dire's
but yet
bottom
not
tower
viewed
is
as like a
under
top
attack.
3 favorite, right? 'Cause I feel like they're giving so much space.
Dual Scepter to dispel out the silence, but he still gets up on the arrow. They're gonna have to use this Terrorize, but Yapzor's still gonna go for the kill. Fortunately, Ori, stun goes away. He's able to get off the Hood of Defiance and no longer in danger.
But I'm a little.
Look at that. Dead even, 50-50. A little bit different than game 1, where Secret was getting the edge in net worth, and it was
Keep in
actually.
mind, that's because
Yeah.
Dota
Dire's
Plus
middle
is
tower
biased and
is under
loves
attack.
True.
And I don't really know if I would agree necessarily, because you have a natural Silver Edge buyer in the Tiny,
Yep.
who is doing very well. He already has the Shadow Blade. And I just look at Secret's lineup and think, how are you going to team fight them with Matu just running in with Silence covering him? Not to mention, Zai is huge. And I think Slardar is super underrated, especially with this kind of game. Like, Armlet BKB, he can run in. If he just bashes Earthshaker, he will kill him by himself. All he has to do.
You always talk about how like Spectre works really well with damage reduction because the dispersion applies before the reduction,
Yes.
right? And isn't that like opposite argument also true? That like you apply a bunch of minus armor to this hero, right? Like you're just able to cut through the hero and maybe even do extra damage if you get him to negative armor, and the dispersion is only going to
Illusion.
Right now, he would.
stop lands. Earth Splitter's gonna go wild. They are gonna be able to get this combination. The Reaper Scythe is ready to go, but he's not quite low enough. Ori wants to get him a little bit lower before finally dropping it, and it's with the Echo Slam. That is triple ultimates being used to be able to kill the carry of Team Secret. But it also means he's now dead for 70 seconds with the extra death time.
Very strange place. Denisha nowhere in sight. He's just playing bottom right now. He had the silence, but I think can't. I was thinking maybe Matu
Dire's
could
bottom
hero
tower
holding the
is
Yul,
under attack.
but more importantly, I think the Scythe, the extra death timer has been nerfed a bit, but it's still significant with the character, right? 25 extra seconds on the deck for Matu.
Coin for me.
And that was Poyoyo. He has the Aghanim's now.
Yeah, I was
Huge
just
haunt,
about to
but
say, he's done really well for himself. I think part of it is this Falcon blade that everyone's building on these carries. If you get enough mana regen on a
Dire's
Spectre,
bottom
she
tower
can
is under
jungle
attack.
pretty quickly. Like, Dagger has a low cooldown. Nisha, Shadow stepped on, daggered up, Terrorize thrown out, but it's not actually needed. Nisha is going to be killed by Poyoyo regardless. I don't know, I definitely feel like Nietzsche Gaming is winning this game now.
yeah, I do too. But that was just, you know,
Dire's top
Person.
tower is under attack.
I thought was very good, but then just like uncharacteristic things, right? They're getting caught enemy triangle without the ability to connect. All they have to do is wait, chill. BKB Slardar, that's like a game-winning timing, and he just picked it up. He is now like the strongest hero in this game, but you've already kind of bled enough kills to get rid of that
Dire's middle
advantage you were
tower is
holding.
under attack.
And you have Silencer open as well, but we're just out of range.
Oof, yeah, barely.
Ouch.
couple of the plant leaves are in there, but not the actual ward itself. Secret are gonna sneak in a Roshan here. Pop the Lincolns that's on Roshan. Get the corrosive haze on there. MATUMBAMAN does tons and tons of physical damage. The supports will sit up on the high ground, making sure that Vici Gaming don't get close. Vici Gaming, the spirit was over there, but I don't think he actually got it all the way in. They're going to start moving over, but Roshan is going to be dying real soon here. PYW throws out the brambles in secret. They're going to get a little skittish here. They're going to back up. They're going to be able to catch Zai. Zai is not going to be able to use that fancy, fresh new BKB that he's got. It's still in mint condition.
That was all the fake grenade. That is such a huge neutral item to pick up. Old 11 just popped them. And the Roche is so low.
Radiant's bottom
This is
tower
wild. They have no buyback on Zai.
Arrow thrown out there. Moonlight Shadow Secret are not going to be wanting to give this one up. The self-fuels. MATUMBAMAN has to now back himself away. Poyoyo is getting pretty low on this Roshan. But they should be able to finish up in time. The Terrorize. Oh, jeez. That arrow almost snatched away the Roshan kill. Poyoyo is still pretty low. They can take away his Aegis. Toss, Lotus Orb, toss back on the illusion. But Vici Gaming will manage to retreat. Got the Aegis. Nobody died. Really good situation for them around.
That is
Bounty.
bonus to make that play call. They make that move onto Zai, like perfect from Old 11. Like just
Radiant
recognizing the
are scanning.
scenario, he gets BKB off. Like you're just not anymore. But they catch him with the Fisher, and Old 11 just goes for it. You know,
Yeah.
boom. Fake grenade I think was critical. It's just like bonus 500 damage. Take attack damage of your totem slam.
Yeah, it just takes whatever your damage is at.
Yeah.
It doesn't use orbs or anything, but whatever your damage is at, that's what the fake grenade's going to hit for. And so Enchant Totem, it works that way. It doesn't get used up.
It's one of those items that's like, you know, it's not bad on a few heroes because the mark that applies vision, but on Shaker it's just busted. I think only neutral item hero combination that measures up to Timbersaw and the tree.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Oh, I would say this one's...
Really? I'll give you that. I think so too, actually.
Plus, it's the tier 2 item. I also think that, like, the disparity of, like, how good it is
On
on Earthshaker and, like, maybe Tiny.
Yeah, but it's even better. Like Earthshaker's just like, hello, I have.
Oh, yeah. It's definitely much better on Earthshaker. But, like, I think compared to everybody else who gets it, like, everybody else is just like, I guess it's cool, I guess.
They got the perfect item for Necrophos as well. He just wants the vamp.
Oh, nice. And then when he's in trouble, you know, switch it over to strength, boom, magic resistant. That is very nice and very versatile. We just had some fresh items picked up, right? We had the mech picked up on the Mirana. Let's see, Ori has Boots of Travel coming in. Anything else? BKB soon on Old 11.
And this is, we've talked about it, but Silencer starts to fall off. You get to the point in the game where all your enemies have tools to silence. Puppy's gonna have to be on point, but no. Ori has 2 methods of cleansing himself. You're gonna have a BKB Earthshaker, and it just gets really hard. You know, Manta on Spectre, suddenly this Silencer is in serious trouble.
Yeah, we said that he might be the one coming in really clutch for these team fights, but now his effect is going to be very, very, very much muted. Perhaps neutered entirely.
Last game, I felt like it was he just kind of didn't get stuff done, and it felt they could.
Yeah.
This time, I think it's. I don't know if you can afford to play this slowly.
Dire's middle
Yeah, they were so far ahead on Zai, but we never got to feel that impact. Oh, they went for it! The Shadow Step, and he actually gets the kill. Not during the Reaper Size, so no extra 25-second death timer, but that was a sick combination. I didn't even think about that one. Shadow Step, which also throws out a dagger, so it's an additional nuke.
I can't do that.
I mean, ooh, so much damage. Bumpy's already dead. Poyoyo joining in on this fight. Zai is too powerful with that BKB for them to be able to bring him down, but Vici Gaming is going to just control this entire area and finish up the mid tower.
Radiant's middle
Not bad.
tower has
VG
fallen.
definitely looks like a different team. Or maybe it's a secret. It's a really tough series to read so far. Previous game, just kind of felt like VG fell over eventually.
Yep.
Tiny Dota
Yep.
things. Five though, like that Roche play was really nice. Perhaps that's part of the issue here for Secret is they wanted that Aegis and then they were going to get aggressive because we're not really giving the VG draft enough credit perhaps in that running into them is just impossible, right?
Yes,
Spectre,
yes.
boom, has single target haunt at all times with the Shadow Step, and then there's an ET, a Shaker, a Necro, a Willow. Like, talk about area control. You don't want to walk up any kind of choke point. You want to be playing in as flat a land as
Radiant
possible.
are scanning.
Yeah, last time around they felt comfortable running into VG Gaming heroes. Here, when you go on the Necrophos, did manage to shadow step over the side, but Nisha is still going to be able to catch him. Now, Nisha's going to be caught though. The second life, Poyo coming up soon. BKB activated by Nisha, but he's just getting beamed down by Old 11. He pops his BKB to get rid of that extra curse spawn. Oh, mama! That's a lot of damage right there. Puppy is going to go down, but considering the fact that Nisha got away, they killed Old 11. This is a pretty good fight for Secret. The rest of them still need to get out though. Coming back in, Zai goes for the quick execution onto PYW. He gets it. Support down, now surrounded by the Spectre though. And with the fresh Manta picked up, and by yourself at that, these illusions do a ton of damage.
Oh, man. So you could feel a little bit of the power level of Zai as he just obliterates the Dark Willow, but they've not gotten so
Dire's
much
middle
done
tower
for so
is under
long
attack.
that suddenly this Spectre is incredibly fun. Zai had 1,000 net worth on him at a point.
What have we?
It's like 5K to 4K. And suddenly Poyo is massive. And that Manta style is a terrifying item. Talked about it, but that's what also puts her on the back foot, especially when you have the rough.
Yeah,
Yeah.
One son, he gets shot.
100 for free. And then
Yeah,
you have another
yeah.
one when you cast the actual dagger. So he's just rocking up with 680 burst off simply magic damage, plus the auto attacks and right clicks throughout the stun lock.
It's about to hit level 20 as well. Getting very, very dark game for Team Secret. And unlike last game where we were like, okay, is this Medusa really going to be able to go late game against these heroes that are ahead of it? I think the Spectre has no problem in this game.
This hero, I'm going to check the win rate fast because I feel like we haven't as much as it should be based on how good the Shadows.
Yeah. Now he gets the other dagger talent at 20. 14% dagger slow bonus. So that's 14% going both ways. Old 11 does get caught by MATUMBAMAN. He doesn't pop his BKB
Radiant's
quite
middle
fast
tower
enough
is under attack.
to stop that toss.
Spectre has a 9 and
Okay, that's pretty good. 75%. DY is going to be caught. The double BKB's activated, be able to kill the support, but the BKBs are going to wear out eventually, and that's what Ori's waiting on. If these heroes stick around, he will certainly be throwing down some damage. Never mind. MATUMBAMAN comes in big time, executes that Necrophos. Now Poyo pops his Manta in order to get rid of the corrosive haze and back out. Nisha just shy, being able to hit him with the slight. Team Secret, they strike back a little bit here. They're showing that this game isn't over just yet.
they just
Dire's middle
Necro.
tower
And
has
that's a
fallen.
lot easier said than done. So apparently land that combination. And yeah, I mean, you can never count him out. Roshan is spawning. Perhaps right now, do they get
Dire's
lucky?
middle tower is under
Yes,
attack.
they do. Oh my goodness, it's just spawned right as I walks in. No, check again. Oh no.
Yapsters are gonna go in.
Yapstar?
Dire's
Oh,
top
no,
tower is
no.
under attack.
Yapstar! Oh, that would, I mean, go for it. Oh, wait. Hello? Wait.
Yeah, I mean, I watched it. You didn't.
I was staring at the Roche pit. Apology.
It's fine. It was just a nice play from PYW, catching the Ember Spirit. I think its BKB was still on cooldown as well from the early fight, so.
Rolling out.
But yeah, again, how do you go on these heroes from VG Gaming when you, like, Elder Titan and Earthshaker could be just outside of vision, but well within striking distance of their spells?
it's a tough game because Secret's big strength is the idea that you're gonna use the Mirana invis and Shadow Blade on Tiny to find these kickoffs and secure initiation. But Vici, like, if they're waiting for it, you know, they just need that one trap set properly, and they're gonna wipe the floor with you. Plus, their carry has no need to ever even consider being in the squad, bro. It's like, oh, enemies? Okay, press R, press Shadow Step, no problem. Albert, love that item choice. Increase regen for the Necrophos, and you're also going to be able to get the active disarm on Tiny. But I think it's even just more for the evasion.
Yeah, I was going to say the evasion.
You can't buy enough armor into Slardar. Shivas will still probably be next to him. Yeah, of course it is. But it's just like dodging one attack. It's like 800 health. And if you can live long enough to get off Lotus and W, Ghost Shroud's going to keep you alive, no problem. They have no method of dispelling it. At the moment, I'm sure Nullifier will come out for somebody. Negatives is going to build on Zai. I think he'll change that. I don't know how I feel about that one.
What? What do you mean? What else would you go? Aghanims is sick.
I mean, I think EC, or honestly, no jokes, Nullifier.
Okay, Nullifier is going to be needed eventually against Necrophos.
Radiant are scanning.
But I feel like with these heroes aren't particularly mobile. Slardar just kind of wants to be able to sit on Necrophos and, like, if you kill the support, it's great, but, like, he wants to just be able to sit in an area and tank up damage.
But that's the thing. I don't know if you're ever going to be able to take an area against V. Right? If you want to say, hey, we're fighting in this circle.
Oh, so you think you have to play an in and out sort of game? Fast execution, get a kill, you know, back up. You know, they pop haunt, you retreat. Okay. I can see that.
It's a tough game. This is one of the issues with Slardar is that you don't really know what to get at this point if it's not just more raw damage, right? As a game where Slardar is dominating, you see like a moon shard, and it's very scary. But it's certainly looking rough. Any crazy talents. Really, Matu's got his BKB.
Vici Gaming. There's no way that you. Roshan's like, hello.
Catch up with me.
Oh, is Zai even daring to initiate for more here? Turns around, Reaper side though, and he's just dead. One stun, and that is enough. It creates an opening. Another arrow's gonna slide right on by. One hero death apiece.
That was just so casual.
Dire's bottom tower is under
One
attack.
Fisher, and I'm dead.
Yeah, the thing about the Aghanims is well, you only get the
structures are
status
fortified.
resist, not magic resist.
Dire's
Kinda
bottom
needs
tower
that.
is under attack.
Like, that was a stun, ET Spirit plus Veil, so taking more than pure magical damage. And, what was it, like a half a second of Spectre damage?
Dire's bottom
Dead.
tower has been denied.
Poor Zai. I mean, this is, it feels like he's playing old Slardar when Sprint used to have you take bonus damage.
Amplified damage, yeah. Because that's essentially what Elder Titan does to everybody. He throws out his spirit and boom. Now taking an additional 25% magic damage, if more.
And it's only relevant every once in a while, but I like that it makes you kind of recognize how important it is. Because Tinies really don't like to buy MK. It's like very luxury for them. They always have the Echo, the Silver Edge, the Beacon.
Yeah.
Prefer Satanic. So now with the Butterfly on your Spectre and a Halberd now next to Heart, she's Ori. It becomes very, very difficult to actually burst heroes down. If you had burst them, your combo breaking survivability of Spectre.
MKB always feels best on heroes with faster attack speed.
Yeah.
Tiny's the exact opposite.
Exactly. Want to buy a Daedalus. You want the attack hit. Still, anybody's getting. It's close. Grid. Looking at a lead. One of the best bloodthirsty games, the whole series. Oh, on kills.
Yeah.
It's just a product of the style of these two teams.
Yapsor just keeps on scouting with arrows. Vici Gaming may be taking like the first offensive approach in a while. Trying to go for this offlane tower. Putting Ori in front.
Dire are scanning.
Ready to respond. Brambles laid out preemptively.
Radiant's top
They're ready to
tower
go
is
with
under
Fisher.
attack.
And they'll certainly have a Spirit going around trying to find people as well.
And updates from B.
Bottom lane's pushing in, mid's kind of pushing in as well. Vici Gamer are going to have to back up and deal with this, but fortunately they got a Spectre on their team, so they can still hold their position around the Roshan pit. They can't take Roshan themselves very well, but they need to be around Roshan to make sure that Secret doesn't try and snipe it, just like they did, attempted to last time with the corrosive haze and the tiny big physical.
Spoiler, don't listen if you don't want spoilers from the other games, but PSG LGD beat Beast Coast. That means Spirit's through, Secret's through. This is proceeding. Secret can secure top 2 if they can win this game. If Vici win, they retain sole possession, second place.
That means we get no tiebreakers?
No tiebreakers.
Wow. It's been a while since we haven't had tiebreakers after a TI group stage.
Yeah.
I feel like that almost always happens.
Something, right? Like either the upper
Yeah.
or elimination always seem to play for.
Oh, Puppy spotted underneath the ward, almost immediately killed, but he does manage to get away. Runs into the brambles accidentally, but gets off the global silence as Zai jumps in, and Poyoyo is just dead. That Midas armor did so much to him. Nisha is looking to be able to kill some of the supports, does get hit by the Fisher. DY turns around and says, "You were looking for me, bub." Okay, Nisha does find him anyway. That slice did too much to him. Poyoyo came back in with a buyback, but a lot of his supporting crew is dead. They can't actually keep this fight going.
Not believe how fast he died.
Radiant are scanning.
Yeah, that was nuts. And I'm thinking like he has, I guess just not quite enough armor. He has 26. Zai with the talent removed 24. Gonna go into the pit nevertheless.
Old 11, BKB, he's gonna be activating the taunt. If it had hit Old 11, this could have been different. He still has a chance though. MATUMBAMAN with the Reaper's Sight down, they can just run over some of these heroes. They no longer have much to fear. A Yule Scepter being used on the Ember Spirit. Oh no, he's caught in the brambles. The Yule's combination from PYW kills Nisha. Vici Gaming now have a chance to be able to hold this Roshan area again, but it's cost them so many buybacks. Nisha, he still has his. Arrow. Oh, it lands on Ori. Does Secret want to try for this? They don't, but the arrow gonna buy back now. Puppy's in trouble. Just the illusions are running after him. BKB gonna be activated by Zai. Old 11 looking for that kill. Onto the silencer, he gets it, but now he's been caught by Zai. He's just dead. MATUMBAMAN demolishes him, turns around, just three-shotting the Necropos at this point in time. He's dead next. DY's gone. Poyoyo on the run, as is PYW. Secret now hold the Roshan pit, and they've got 90 seconds to work with. They're gonna be able to take some serious objectives, Kyle.
Oh yeah, a lot of buybacks used, but man, Yapsor would have got that arrow. Just sets up Ori. He gets just like this tiny, just so much damage. Anybody who gets amped is just getting smacked. It's like watching the fall of Isengard as MATUMBAMAN just bodies everybody in sight. And Nisha, that's the shard, so he's getting like all these remnants whenever they get kills. You can watch this. Ori just kind of walks into this arrow. Here comes Yapsor. You like can't even see it. There's so much chaos.
Yep, there it is.
Boom.
He was so focused on everybody else that Yapsor snuck one up on him. And Vici Game, you can see the chaos does not work well for Vici Game. They want that clear outcome of like when we've seen so many times, like, oh, we see an Ever Spirit, Fisher, Reaper Sight, throw our damage in, but when the fight gets chaos, when the battlefield is all over the place, you can see Ori doesn't really know where to go to.
It's because you need to have a technically sound execution to find a kill with like 3 heroes involved for Vici. All you have to do with Team Secret is
Tiny smash.
Yes.
Yeah.
With an amplify from Zai. That's plenty. So
is under attack.
Vegas. Gary.
Earth Splitter is still going to catch him. They really want to be able to take away this Aegis, but you can see he actually just life sealed so much of that satanic 2-hit.
Nah, I gotta say, I really think that while I did praise the itemization, they have miscalculated their armor. When they're playing against Slardar, you must buy armor, and if you see what's missing, there's not even a casual buckler. There's no Vlads. There's no AC. And really, that's the difference maker for a hero like Necro. Yes, the evasion is nice, but that heart, I think, really had to be a Shiva's. Him grabbing it now, but when he got amped, he goes to negative armor. You look at MATUMBAMAN, he is currently hitting for over 500 damage. That is not reduced, it is amplified by percentage-based damage.
Or he's spotted. MATUMBAMAN doesn't want him. He wants something else. He's going to find it too. He's going to find Old 11. That's a gem on the deck as well.
No buyback, they know it.
Chance for them to be able to end this game. A chance for Team Secret to be able to claim second in their group. He's on the horizon here. Keep up the pressure. They're going to push in the top lane, go for a second lane of barracks. They cannot get Megas. The bottom tier 2 is still up. So Vici Gaming may just give this to them in exchange for a better 5-on-5, because if they try and fight this as 4, they may actually lose them something here. MATUMBAMAN getting a little bit low here. Obviously, he's holding on to the BKB because he has the Aegis. They also don't want to Reaper Scythe him because it's not worth losing that cooldown. So they try and kill him just with regular spells, but he does get away.
Another thing, they have no shards inside of
Side jumps in, tries to catch the Dark Will, does manage to catch him with the arrow that followed up that crush and the Avalanche as well. They've got that support. Another hero dead with no buyback. So Secret are just making sure, I really like this idea, just like making sure they're going to keep this 4 versus 5 going for a while. Going back in again, MATUMBAMAN tosses him straight up in the air, so the arrow does land. The Haunt's gonna go down. MATUMBAMAN looking to be able to finish him off, but the BKB is allowing him to keep on swinging onto Ori. Ori in that ghost form is gonna be able to walk away. Zai with the last Spectre. Oh, good use of the armlet. Is gonna be able to keep himself alive. Nisha, who was in pretty deep there. Zai ends up going down anyway, but oh, what a hit from MATUMBAMAN. 1,300 damage. How did Zai die?
I was out of Heartstopper range. I believe he didn't notice a Q flying after him, and he armlet.
Oh my goodness.
A death pulse got him. Thought he was safe.
He was probably just following him for a while, and he just wasn't paying attention. Jeez. I mean, that would have been a like perfect fight. Team Secret, they wouldn't have lost to anybody if it wasn't for that last death. They didn't even lose the Aegis on MATUMBAMAN.
Yeah, okay, hear me out. So seriously, shards are so good. Like, that's a core item on that. It gives you the single target death pulse that turns someone ethereal. That's pretty damn good against these massive physical damage heroes. It's also basically an on-demand E-blade.
Yeah, like his team would love him if they E-blade the Tiny. Or, that's a good point.
Or save, like, oh, Spectre's getting gone on, it's all physical damage, just E-blade him.
Right? Yeah.
And then they're also missing it on the Willow, who gets a reduced CD on the Cursed Crown, but it also means you get more brambles, like it's all these melee heroes.
Yeah, especially for these heroes like Necropos, who just want to hold an area, right? You could just play around constant bramble spam. Did he actually go the other He did. He went the other Talon as well.
Oh, he's going in all for damage, huh?
But he's not going Aghanim Scepter. I would get that if he was going Aghanim Scepter, but he's going an Eon Disc.
Point. Huh.
Look out for fallen rocks.
19,000 net worth lead for Team Secret now. The Shivas is complete for the Necrophos, but is it too late?
So value in this game.
Look out for
Providing the
fallen
necessary
rocks.
armor.
Yeah, look how this game, when like it was even, it was heavily favoring Nietzsche Gaming, and as you said, it was probably too much, right?
How crazy is like the game just kind of static for a little bit, and then suddenly it's like, oh yeah, okay, we like Nietzsche. It's just the longer the game goes, the more likely they're gonna get that one fight, that one opportunity that really changes. because ultimately, yes, Secret's lineup is the way it's like easier to utilize. At a point, minus armor strats, the Slardar, like, you will fall off.
Yeah.
Like, it's a Spectre, it's a Necrophos. Like, these heroes, you get to, like, you know, the crazy level 30 late game, they just become somewhat unkillable. Although, I've learned not to underestimate time.
Seriously. Certainly the carry of TI. And at least for this group stage, we'll see as we get into playoffs how teams adapt to this hero. He's going to get a Moon Shard up next, and if he ever gets on top of the buildings, he's got that leveler to be able to slot in.
Yeah.
You do not want to see what a Tiny does to buildings with leveler.
Oh yeah, you don't even need to kill heroes anymore. You go backdoor. Zai, by the way, closing in on his level 25. He's going to go farm that. Has the shard too, so no longer
Radiant's
needs to
tower
manually
is under
haze
attack.
people after initiate. Should be easier. You save a lot of time, especially when you're farmed. Cast animation and backswing on your ultimate is somewhat
Radiant
annoying.
are
So
scanning.
now you just slam, attack. You'll always be able to mash off, and that guy will just kill TY. Also gets assisted. Hang on.
On the run,
Back.
BKB is going to wear out here. They really need to be able to catch him. Old 11 is looking for it. He jumps forward, but immediately tossed back. MATUMBAMAN with the quick reactions. They turn around, Reaper sight up. Yapsor instead, who still manages to stay alive. Did not get hit by that last shot. Puppey is still alive through all this one, by the way. Yo has been targeting him for seconds on time, and he didn't actually get the kill. Instead, he falls, and he may need to buy back just to be able to bail out Ori here, who's being chased down. This is looking terrible for Beachy Game, and may just be the end of this game as Yo jumps in to try and help him out, trying to get him away. Nisha on the other side of things, you'll be able to dodge the arrow, but it does not get rid of this corrosive haze. Zai is back into it. They're going to keep vision, keep their space. Not over. Oh, nice timing on the slight there.
Matu. Knows there's no buyback now on 3 enemy heroes. And yeah, dude, Zai is just killing. He is just destroying these supports if he finds himself on top of them.
And remember all the dispellable items they got.
Exactly.
He's
now,
level 25 now.
Yep, took corrosive undispellable super sick in this game because he's going to continue applying the vision as well. You can see Beachy in these long fights, if they can just keep their heroes alive, they have the Heartstopper talent on the Necrophos. So he's doing almost 3% health decay to these strength heroes. Like, I'm watching Zai just die to his own armlet and Heartstopper. Not even taking damage, but he was at half HP in that fight. Please, though, Ori, he's got to buy the shard. I feel like you forget sometimes, but it's so good. It is so good when you consider that Secret, they still don't have that offensive dispel. Bait your Spectre, he goes in, he gets Death Pulse. That's it. Like, he's not taking damage for almost 3 seconds.
Yeah.
That's enough time to just whittle out these BKBs of Team. That's what's killing you. Sports can't do a damn thing when they're under the protection of the BKB. Matu, nice arrow. Here.
Not gonna go. He goes for the back line. Spots they're just dead. But MATUMBAMAN, a 2-for-1 special, and maybe making a third. Yo, is he gonna be free? BKB running away. The corrosive haze is keeping vision. Nisha's gonna chase after him, and that's gonna be a dieback for the carry of Vici Gaming. Next up, PYW and Arrow on point. Vici Gaming, call GG, Team Secret. A redemption arc in the latter half of the group stages for them. They end up second in Group B.
Indeed. That, honestly, I think that's big for them. They lost a couple of series.